Welcome to VGK Today, presented by MGM Rewards, a daily podcast bringing you an inside look at the Vegas Golden Knights' 2023 Stanley Cup playoff run. I'm Justin Russo with the Golden Knights on Friday, May 5th, and though the VGK had an off day yesterday on the ice, there was a huge partnership announced off the ice for the VGK in terms of their new official broadcast partner. Now, the Golden Knights have teamed up with Scripps Sports, and they have signed a multi-year agreement to bring all locally broadcast VGK games for free to residents of Nevada and really the entire Mountain West region within the team's broadcast territory. It's a major deal for not only the Golden Knights, but the fans of the Golden Knights, because now you guys can all listen and watch the games for free over the air in what is a huge win for everyone involved. So for the VGK, starting next season, they're going to be a part of the Scripps Sports family, and that's how you're going to get all your VGK action on TV. And for all the details, thankfully we had Gary Lawless, who sat down with VGK President Kerry Bubolz to give you everything you need to know about this new partnership.
I guess the first question is, where will people watch the Golden Knights on television next year?
Well, we've got this new partnership with Scripps Sports, and it's really exciting. So locally, if you're in the Las Vegas Valley, it's the ABC affiliate, Channel 13. They'll be our promotional partner, but they have another station that currently is with under the Ion Group. But they're essentially going to be moving that programming to a new station and creating on that same channel what they call a .2, all of the Golden Knights programming, and then of course their WNBA partnerships on Friday nights. That'll be on that same station, and potentially other sports programming that would layer into it. As part of how they would bring the games to the market. That's just here in the Las Vegas Valley, though. The great news about this partnership is from day one, we wanted to build a regional brand throughout the Mountain West, and we're going to be able to accomplish that at a really high level. If you've got cable, if you've got satellite, if you've got just a regular smart TV, whatever vehicle or viewing opportunity that you have, or whatever means that you actually want to view games, we're going to be able to deliver those games to you and do it on a free basis to every fan here in the Las Vegas Valley.
So you go to Costco, you live in Las Vegas, you buy a TV, you go plug it in at home, this channel's on it.
Well, you got to get the digital antenna, but other than, yes, that's exactly right.
Digital antenna, or you buy the basic cable package, and this is part of it. So you're not paying anything extra.
That's right.
To watch Golden Knights games.
That's right.
As you have been previously.
That's right.
So it's free, as we say.
Yeah.
The second part of it is that I have heard you talk a little bit about this. There are people that don't buy cable, so they can get a digital antenna.
Yep.
That's one way.
Yep.
But there's also talk about a direct consumer streaming option.
Exactly. Yeah, so whether it's on your laptop or on your phone or some other device, through our partnership, we'll essentially find another third party that'll help more on the back end, if you will, to deliver the programming. But that is a part of this deal. And so fans, again, throughout the Vegas territory, through whatever that means is, again, that they want to view the games, they're going to be able to do that. We do have some more work to do on some of those options. There's certainly other teams that are out there, like the LA Clippers, the Edmonton Oilers, that are already doing this. So it's not a matter of figuring out the technology. The technology's there, but ultimately we've got to pick a path and then ultimately bring it to market.
Who's going to be saying he shoots, he scores?
Dan Duva.
And Dave Gosher. And Shane Knighty and Ashley Weiss. And what I'm saying is the same people.
Yes, okay. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that was an exciting part for us is we've got a group that including yourself, that has been with us really from day one, other than Ashley. And so to have that same group be consistent as we move forward with this new relationship with Scripps Sports was an integral part of our discussions, and there was already buy-in on their side. That part was really easy.
The RSN way of doing things, it limited us in the sense that only 30% of the people that lived in Vegas could get our games.
Yeah, that was limiting, and at times it could be even frustrating because we have, we have other fans that want to follow the team and they couldn't access the games. And so we heard from a lot of those folks. And then even in some of the other markets that are important to us, like Reno and Salt Lake and some of the others that we've been talking about, we would hear all the time, well, you guys tout that you're available in Salt Lake, but only 9% of the market could actually get the games in Salt Lake. And so through this new relationship, again, in each of those markets, if you're a fan of the Golden Knights, you'll be able to access the games and do it for free.
We keep saying for free, but it gives people a lot of choice and a lot of option.
Yeah, that's another great point. Not only do they have a lot of choice, but as you think about demographics and you think about growing the game and growing your business, there's a lot of younger people, a lot of people at that age level. They don't consume media, and whether it's sports or any other product that's out there, they don't consume it in the same way maybe that I would. And so we have to be able to look forward and be able to have options for those folks. And the way this deal is structured, we're going to be able to do that.
Whenever you get news that there's going to be change, it can be difficult, but I know that your sort of belief from the start of this was that this was a problem that was going to result in good things for the Golden Knights, and some problem might not be that this was a challenge that you wanted to make a win-win for the Golden Knights.
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest, again, if you're following the regional sports model, which we were, you could see that there was attrition in the model in terms of how it's structured financially between losses of subs, which are the subscribers on a year-over-year basis. And so we could see that this was coming. It probably happened maybe a little bit quicker than maybe what we were thinking relative to our existing partnership. But ultimately, things happen for a reason. And through the conversations with AT&T Sportsnet, we ultimately had to resolve that, which we did quickly, and then spend all of our time and attention on finding a new partner. We went through a process. We looked at all of the different stations that were out in the market that could potentially do what we were trying to do throughout the entire Mountain West region, and feel like we picked a great partner in Scripps Sports.
Last night was playoff game number 72 for the Vegas Golden Knights. Think about that for a second.
Yeah, well, that's I didn't know the exact math, but that's pretty amazing when you think about some of the other teams that are out there that have only played a fraction of that in terms of numbers of games. And then you think about, we've already won 8 playoff series in our short 6 years, which is incredible.
Second in all of the NHL over that time.
Second in all of the NHL over that time. And so we've been very fortunate to have such a strong product on the ice. And, it's just been an amazing run so far.
Well, it does say something that, and I'll just deal from the leadership group point of view. In the room today, Bill Foley, Kerry Bubolz, George McPhee, Kelly McCrimmon. All guys that were here from the very beginning and are still, made all those important decisions for the organization from day one and are still continuing to do it. That continuity and that stability and that level of excellence is very important.
Yeah, it's important, and I think it's also important that you have a group of people that understand everybody's role in the process, right? Ultimately, Bill is the owner of the team, but he has tasked us with a lot of responsibilities, but he's also made it loud and clear in terms of what everybody's role is on the team and in the organization. And what George and Kelly have done on the hockey side is incredible. And what we've been able to build on the business side in terms of our facilities, what we've been able to do with our American Hockey League team, I just think it really does contribute. The fan experience, like all of this stuff works together to ultimately lead to those 80 playoff games or 72 playoff games that you were mentioning. Like all of it matters. It's not just on the ice. It's all of these things around it that come together. And when you do it at a high level, you can have sustained success, and we've been very fortunate.
Thanks, Kerry.
Thanks, Gary.
Well, really just great news for all Golden Knights fans in the region. Having the Golden Knights available on TV for free, really opening up access to the Golden Knights to a greater audience. As you heard Gary say there, only 30% of the people here in the Vegas Valley had access to them on AT&T Sportsnet. So bringing in a whole new generation of fans, allowing them a different way to watch the games, and most importantly, doing it for free. A huge partnership with the VGK and Scripps Sports, and one that you think will be beneficial for years to come for all Golden Knights fans in the region. And as we mentioned, and Kerry said there, it really is a regional thing. I mean, the broadcasts, you're going to have pregame and postgame coverage for every game, and you're getting this not only in Nevada, but in Idaho, Montana, Utah, and Wyoming. So a lot of different states across the entire Mountain West region. And again, as they were mentioning, going to be all the same faces, all the same voices that you got used to over the years on AT&T Sportsnet. Nothing changing on that front. Dave Gosher, Shane Knighty, Ashley Weiss, Darren Millard, the entire crew back from AT&T Sportsnet transitioning over to Scripps Sports. So even though the TV partner is changing, the people that you know and love on the air are not. So just great to see for everyone in this region, for the Golden Knights who weren't able to watch their games previously, but now can start to begin to watch their games for free over the air. And going to be a variety of ways you can do it, as you heard Gary and Kerry talking in that interview there. Whether it's streaming, whether it's cable, whether it's a digital antenna, there's going to be options for fans. And of course, details will be ironed out as we get closer to next season. But there are going to be options for fans come next season in terms of how they want to watch the Golden Knights as well. And I think Kerry made a great point that, a lot of these younger fans, they might not watch the same way these days when it comes to getting their sports. Transitioned a lot from that traditional TV model. Now it's a lot of streaming, a lot of watching on the phone, on the laptop. So it really opens up a whole new world of options for all Golden Knights fans in the region, and really excited about this partnership moving forward with the Vegas Golden Knights. So again, while the VGK didn't have anything going on the ice yesterday, had a day off after their Game 1 win against the Edmonton Oilers, great things happening off the ice for the Vegas Golden Knights and taking a step in the right direction in terms of their TV partnership. But for the Golden Knights, today, they will be back on the ice for practice before their game tomorrow against the Edmonton Oilers. That game will be at 4 o'clock from the Fortress, Game 2 of the second round against the Edmonton Oilers, and Golden Knights looking to take a 2-0 lead over Edmonton after really escaping a win after a historic performance from Leon Draisaitl in Game 1, a 4-goal performance from Draisaitl, but the Golden Knights put up 6 goals themselves, and they got the 6-4 win over the Edmonton Oilers. So things trending in the right direction both on and off the ice for the Golden Knights, and we'll see if they can continue carrying that momentum and bring it over to the Fortress for Game 2 tomorrow. And Golden Knights fans, want to take this time to remind you that, of course, with Game 2 tomorrow, you have a chance to get playoff tickets to the second round of the 2023 Stanley Cup playoffs. You can get a playoff strip to ensure you get the same seats for every game in round 2, or you can get single game tickets just as you normally would for round 2 against the Edmonton Oilers. Tickets are going to be available at VegasGoldenKnights.com. There are still some available for the potential home games later on, and of course for tomorrow's Game 2 in round 2. So be sure to go over to VegasGoldenKnights.com and get your tickets now for the second round of the 2023 Stanley Cup playoffs. Also remind you now that you can subscribe wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss a moment of the team's quest for the Stanley Cup right here on VGK Today. Tomorrow we have Brian McCormick joining the show to prepare us for Game 2 against the Edmonton Oilers right from the Fortress. Justin Russo signing off for episode 19 of VGK Today, presented by MGM Rewards.